Guys, I'm going to be real with you. It is very rare that I get to say a movie surprised me. Like, really surprised. Like, it was unpredictable. This is that time. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today, we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here, and it's early review time. Movies and TV, that's what we do here, and that movie is Strange Darling. Strange Darling is written and directed by J.T. Molnar. He did one other feature. It was called Outlaws and Angels. I have not seen it, so this is my introduction to him. I'm actually going to think about maybe watching that one now because I'm now a fan of this filmmaker. So what is Strange Angel about? Well, we begin the story in media res. A distressed young woman known simply as the Lady, played by Willa Fitzgerald, is on the run. Her head is bleeding. She's in hospital smocks, and then we are informed by a narration by Jason Patric of all people that between 2018 and 2020 a serial killer had performed a series of killings, and what we're about to see is a dramatization of the real life final moments in the life of this serial killer as his spree was coming, as their spree was coming to an end, and this is the story. That killer seemingly is the form of a fellow by the name known simply as the Demon, played by Kyle Gallner, the lady in question is a sex worker. She has come to spend the night, and turns out she is a very powerful person in bed. She likes very powerful things. I'm trying to be coy about it to not only not spoil it, but not to demonetize. Let me just put it this way. She's into some kinky shit and tries to get him into it. And then we begin in the middle, and we keep backtracking and going in. But what happened that led to the lady being on the run? Who's the power dynamics? What's really going on here? Who is the predator in this cat and mouse game? Who's the cat and who's the mouse? Constantly shifting, and that is all I will say. It is not what you expect. Now, I will say this. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. I'm trying to be as vague as I possibly can, but the trailer is brilliant. I will say that because it makes you think it's a more straightforward film. That being said, let the chase begin. So, Strange Darling. I feel like saying anything about this movie is a spoiler. First thing I can say about it is that we are informed right away that the film was shot in, literally it is in the opening credits, that it was shot entirely on 35mm Kodak film. Thank you. It looks amazing. Secondly, the subtitle of this film is Strange Darling, a thriller in 6 chapters. But again, we start in the middle and we go back and forth and back and forth, like a puzzle. It's Pulp Fiction style, basically. Nothing is as it seems. Nothing. Okay, if you saw the trailer for this movie, you probably are under the impression that it is an extended chase movie about a woman being on the run. A night goes. The night and the rules of consent in this evening with this person go awry, and she's on the run from a dangerous man. That is the movie the trailer promises. Believe me, and there's some of that here, but I promise you, this movie is not at all what it was advertised to be in the best possible way. This movie nothing is as it seems in this movie in the best way. I fucking loved this movie. I loved Strange Darling. I loved this movie. What I loved about it is that it genuinely surprised me. It genuinely floored me. But looking back on it, I feel like it's still going to surprise me regardless. This is the kind of movie that, like Longlegs, that benefits from repeat viewings. I'm seeing it again on Thursday. Because it's one of those movies that just it's structured in such a way as to enliven this kind of movie. And I realized if you played the events of this movie in order, it wouldn't work in a very key way that I can't get into. But this movie is just absolutely fantastic. It's beautifully shot. This is also the cinematography debut of Giovanni Ribisi, the actor, we got a Q&A after the film, and yeah, it's actually, it's that Giovanni Ribisi, who is great, who does great behind the camera. He really has an eye for this. It's shot and edited and feels just like a really good 70s exploitation thriller, but with a modern context. The other reason Strange Darling works is because of its satire on power dynamics, and also when the roles of women in these types of movies, and subverting that. I love Strange Darling. If it was just a puzzle box that was successfully pulled off a puzzle, that would be one thing. The movie itself lives up to it. The writing lives up to it. The acting lives up to it. Willa Fitzgerald, who I realize I've seen her actually in a bunch of stuff, but she hasn't really gotten a showcase like this before. She was in Fall of the House of Usher. She was on a really good show that didn't last very long called Dare Me. She was like a cheerleading coach, and it was like a thriller about cheerleaders. That was really, really good. I think it aired on FX or something. It was a really good show. It didn't last very long. She's phenomenal in this. She's great. Kyle Gallner is great, having fun, kind of chewing up this kind of role. And really good little drop-ins from the likes of Ed Begley Jr., Barbara Hershey. Nice seeing them pop up. But it's very contained. And this is a great film. This is a great thriller. You're constantly on the edge of your seat. And I know people use these kind of terms all the time. Hear me when I say, this movie is a sucker punch. This movie is totally effective at doing what it's doing really, really in an interesting way. I loved Strange Darling. This is one of the best films of the summer and one of the best films of the year. And it came the fuck out of nowhere. Quite frankly, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, yeah, this looks interesting, but it doesn't look like anything I haven't seen before. Trust me, y'all. Strange Darling is don't sleep on this one. Please, please. This movie deserves to do well in this kind of oasis. This is a great, of the late summer. This is a great film. And yeah, Strange Darling, I'm going to give, yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus. The movie opens in theaters on August 23rd. That would be this Friday. Early shows are Thursday. Please, for the love of God, go see it. I'm going to see it for 2 reasons. One, I want to see it, and another reason. We'll get there. But trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. 5 out of 5 stars plus. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Un momento, por favor. Speak No Evil. Talked about it. Looks good. The Crow. Talked about it. Looks good. Blink Twice. Talked about it. Looks good. Which I'm seeing before my review Strange Darling on Thursday. And that's it for the trailers. Was there shawarma? Turns out there was. Why do I say turns out there was? Because I didn't get to see it. I'll explain. So the screening I attended, and I will, and in a future video, once I see this again, probably in the Blink Twice video, I will tell you, I will do like a little addendum to this. But essentially, our thing was, I actually added the director on Twitter about this, about if there was one or not, and he actually said that they specifically wanted this to not have trailers, this screening, for that very reason. So he didn't tell me what happened, thank God, so I'm going to have a surprise. But essentially, yes, there is something after the credits of this movie. For those who went to the one for the few people whose theater didn't get the memo not to show trailers, however, the thing is timed so that the Q&A starts after the movie proper is supposed to end. And because we had a few trailers beforehand, midway through the credits, the screen went black and then faded into the Q&A. So I didn't get to see the post-credits scene, just on the basis of the screening I saw at the theater I saw it in. So one of the reasons I'm going back on Thursday is to see this movie again, because I genuinely want to see this movie again. I want to support this movie and get more butts in the seats for it. Second reason is I want to see that post-credits scene or thing that he was referring to. I want to get the last little piece of the puzzle of this movie, because I genuinely love this movie. So when we do the Blink Twice video, if not in the chat when we do it, remind me. I will add an additional bonus. Was there shawarma for Strange Darling? So just remind me, and we'll do that. So anyway, that being said, that's it. We'll be back right after this for a retro review of Coraline, which is back in theaters in 3D for its 15th anniversary. I just saw it for the first time in 15 years. So this is it's like seeing it again for the first time. So we'll have to talk about that. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, because we're going to be front-ended the next couple of days. So it's actually not going to be till Sunday, but we'll have oh, no, wait. Sorry, we would do a review tomorrow. My bad. Tomorrow we have a review of Jackpot. I keep forgetting that. So we're going to talk about Jackpot. Sunday, we will have 5 reviews because we're going to be front-ended. We're going to be talking about basically the rest of the movies coming out this weekend. We are going to be talking about Alien Romulus. We're going to be talking about Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure. God, pray for me now. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Rob Peace, which looks really good. We're going to talk about My Penguin Friend. We're going to talk about a Bollywood horror comedy called Street 2. So those are all going to be on Sunday. And then Monday, we'll have a review of another Bollywood comedy. That movie being a film called, let me make sure I get the title right. Let me check my ticket. Tel Quel Mean. I hope Mayan. I hope I'm saying that incorrectly. I believe that the English translation is playfully. It's also a Bollywood remake of an Italian rom-com called Perfect Strangers. I actually had to look that up. I'm like, is this based on something? Because the plot from the trailer looked kind of familiar, but I've never seen Perfect Strangers, so maybe it got an English language remake and I didn't look hard enough and I saw it whatever ways ago. But anyway, we'll talk about that on Sunday and Monday. And then next week coming up, we got reviews of The Crow, we got reviews of The Forge, Blink Twice, as well as Stream, the horror thriller starring David Howard Thornton. And there's this concert film I'll try to check out. It's another K-pop band. I've never heard of them, but I'll check the movie out if I'm able. And probably other movies too. Yeah. And also be on the lookout in early September when me and my buds will do the best and the worst of the summer 2024. So that's coming up. And that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything at either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Strange Darling? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around.